Do you struggle with knowing how to price your artwork? And do you also struggle with people posting your artwork without referencing you as the artist? Many people do around the world, and there are specific ways that we can get around this, and that's what this episode is all about of Art Tips with John. So welcome to the show. I am John Morris, your humble host, and also the painter of memories, and welcome to the show that teaches you not only how to build a successful art business, but also how to unleash your creative talent. Welcome, my friends. Okay folks, well, we're going to tackle two things today, so make sure you've got a pencil and paper. But before we get started, if you haven't already hit the subscribe button on our video, make sure you go ahead and do that now. Tell a friend, because it may be the very thing that they're needing to help them get to the next step within their creative business. And with that now said, I can now move on to our number one topic for today, which is knowing how to price your artwork. We have looked at this in other episodes of Art Tips with John, but I want to bring it back to being afresh. So, what do you need to know when you are pricing your artwork? Well, the first thing that you need to know is how much everything costs. So how much, if you're an artist and a painter, for example, how much does the paint cost? How much does the canvas cost? How much do brushes cost to be replaced? How much if you're using oil thinners? Everything that you will use to make this picture, I want you to list it out now, okay? And that's what your outgoing is. So again, right, brush, okay, let me do a mental thing. So canvas, brush, pencils, oil thinner, oil paint, trays, palettes, all those kind of things, okay? So now you've got that. Second thing, and this is the most important thing, is time. How long is it going to take you to do this picture? Now there's two things that I want you to remember in this. First one is, there's the time to do the picture. Now let's say I had a commission painting in of a bear. There's a bear sitting over in the corner, and that took me about 20 hours to do, okay? Now it's all hand painted, all from scratch, all that kind of stuff. That took me 20 hours to do, so I've got to figure out per hour how much I want to be paid to do that painting. Now when I sell that painting, I'm probably going to do that for, I don't know, anywhere between 900 to maybe £1,500, okay? Depends on the picture, depends on your audience as well, and what they're willing to pay. But if a customer comes to me and says, John, I want you to do me a picture, but I need it in my hands by next week. I was like, right, okay. So I know I need to order the canvas, I need to make sure I have all the materials and everything in there. And then I need to do it really quickly. So I am going to probably double the price in order to get this through. Because again, your time is the most precious thing that you have. And it's really important that you know that. So when you are pricing your artwork and you come back and say, well, and there's a specific way in how you answer a question. This goes more into the sales training that we do with the How to Build a Successful Art Business course. But just to give you a little bit of a snippet, if someone comes back to me and says, well, how much will that cost? I said, well, including matting, framing, including shipping, including time, including materials and postage and packaging, all that kind of stuff, it comes to, and then I'll list out 8 by 10, 10 by 12, 12 by 16, 16 by 20, all the different sizes and all the different prices, so then they can make an educated choice. This is really important when you figure it out. Now make sure that you know, like I say, your time and your materials. That's really important, because that's how you really need to base your final sum of how much you're going to charge. But the third thing that you need to know is this: how popular is your artwork? If you're just starting out, for example, you may start lower to attract more people in. But what a lot of people do is to start really high and then work backwards. What are people willing to pay? Now, my own personal theory is this. Before I knew a lot of this stuff, my first painting that I ever sold was like £12, so it's like $15. Okay, it was an A4 late painting or whatever it was. And that's what I did, and I got paid £12 for it. It took ages to do, but I got paid £12. Well, wonderful. What I want you to think about is this. Have a figure in mind and then double it. So say, for example, if all your materials cost £30 and your time and whatever, and you want to be paid a certain amount, you're going to double it, okay? You want to get that stage where you're a little bit uncomfortable about putting this price out. And what tends to happen, certainly in my experience, is this. People initially will come to me for a quote, and I'll give them a quote of £175 or whatever it might be for our smallest painting. And they'll say, oh, that's really expensive. And then they'll go away. And maybe 2 or 3 more will do the exact same thing. But then what you find with number 4, because again, you've put it out there, things start realigning. And then people start saying, oh, that's wonderful, Mr. Morris. Yeah, go for it, absolutely. And there's no problems. But it's having that confidence to be able to say, this is what I am worth. And people may say, well, I don't see it. And it's like, well, that's fine. There are millions of other artists out there. You go ahead, you go find one of them. But it won't be my work that you do. And my work that you receive. So it's really important that you know how to price your artwork. Okay, now if you need guidance with this, do get in touch with me. We have coaching available. The coaching or the business builder for beginners is absolutely perfect for anybody who's looking to begin their own art business. So make sure you get in touch with me if you need me. We've got all different price plans and things there available. The second thing I want to touch on today, folks, is this second topic. What do you do when people post your artwork without crediting you as the artist? Well, first of all, there are a number of different things you can do. If you are starting out, the chances are you haven't got a logo. Maybe you do in this day and age, but I'm going to speak, like I was, 20 years ago, okay? Didn't have a logo. I didn't really have a name. So I would post my artwork on what was beginning to be Facebook. Yes, I still remember those days when Facebook began. And I would start just doing, these bits and pieces. The problem is with that, obviously, people can take your artwork and, yeah, you can find out where, the original source comes from, but it's a lot of hassle, it's a lot of this, that, and the other. What I recommend is this. The first thing I want you to do is to either design a logo or pay for someone to design a logo for you. That will go on everything that you do. Any written documents, any emails that you send, any flyers that you put out, any paintings that you put out, any pictures that you create, make sure that logo is on there. Now, we've got a number of different logos, obviously, because I've got a number of different businesses, but our Outreach Art logo goes on everything that we do. Because at the end of the day, if people are going to share my artwork and people are going to share photos of me, then I want to make sure that my business is the one that reaps a reward. I want people to be going to Outreach Art or to johnmorrisartfromtheheart.com. And then why do I want that? Well, because I've put all that time and effort in, and such a small thing as not putting a logo on my artwork or on my documents or whatever it is can mean the difference between customers going to somebody else's artwork and someone else's art site and them making money, as opposed to coming to my site and for us and for our business to be making money. So that is my recommendation to you. Any picture you put out there, make sure in one of the bottom corners or even the top corners or even the middle section, make sure you have got your logo in there somewhere that proves that this is your work. And then when people are sharing your artwork, even if they're not crediting you, eventually more and more people are going to start to notice your logo and your brand and eventually fall in love with you. Well, folks, I hope that really helps you today. Thank you so much for the questions. I really do appreciate them. Keep firing them in because I absolutely love getting them, folks. And of course, reach me at outreachart.org if you're looking for art teaching, art education, art blogs, but also the course on how to build a successful art business. We'll put the coupon code in there again, folks. I'm feeling really generous. We'll put the coupon code in there so you can get a massive discount on the How to Build a Successful Art Business course. Now, I walk you through in 7 days, I think it's actually 7 days, it might be 11 days now, how to build a business from nothing to all the way through, all the stuff that you're going to need that I wish I'd started with 20 some years ago. So how to market yourself, how to deal with difficult customers, how to sell, how to build your sales page, how to build a website, how to do all these different things. They're all really important, folks. Day-to-day running costs and so much more that's in there. And I'm going to put the link up I'm also going to put the coupon code there and you're going to get a massive discount, okay, because I want to help you. I'm just back, obviously, from some health issues and I'm feeling very, very generous. It's a new year, it's 2021, and we want to make sure, especially in this COVID pandemic, that you actually have the best chance of success physically possible. And I want to make sure that that happens. You can also achieve and get even further in your artistic business by hiring me as your very, very own coach. We're going to put up an ad about that in a moment that'll tell you all about that. It's coaching for creative people that I think you'll absolutely love. It's the business builder for beginners. So if you've never started a business before, you don't know what on earth to do, you're in the right place, because I've been there too, and a number of times. So folks, check it out. We really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your questions. Thank you so much for your time. Keep them coming in, because these are the questions that you are asking, that obviously you want to know. I have been your host, John Morris, the painter of memories, and this has been Art Tips with John, the show that teaches you not only how to build a successful art business, but also how to unleash your creative talent. Until next time, guys, don't forget, check us out this Friday. I nearly forgot. Check us out this Friday for another exciting art tutorial. You'll absolutely love it. It's all done live, so when it's live, anything can happen, and we'll have a tremendous time together. And I look forward to hanging out with you as well. Take care, God bless, and I will see you next time.
Have you ever wanted to build a successful art business but have no idea where to begin? Have you ever wanted to make money with your creative skills but the whole process seems too big and just too overwhelming? It can be, for sure. But then that all depends if you know of an artist who has done it and who is willing to teach you. Hi folks, I'm John Morris, and for the last 2 decades I've been building not one successful art business, but 4 successful art businesses, where my work is literally sold all over the world and all without a formal art education. I've done it, I continue to do it, and now I want to help you do it too. With the Business Builder for the Creative Mind, you are going to learn what they don't teach you in school. In this 6-day course, you're going to learn how to get started with what you have and where you're at, how to market yourself, how to sell, how to present yourself and your artwork to an audience, how to find your audience and your special niche, how to write emails, how to write sales copy, how to do an ad pitch, how to take advantage of social media to reach more people than you ever thought possible, and so much more in this course. We've got it jam-packed and over 6 sessions that ideally you'll do over 6 days. This course has been a game changer for many around the world, and I'm sure it can be for you. The only difference between those who succeed and those who don't is the education and mindset that we feed ourselves. So stop throwing your money away and start building the business of your dreams. You'll be really glad you did. Click the link below, and I'll see you in class.